Welcome everybody. I apologize. Like I said in the thing, is off the wall, off the cuff. Um, like I said, my apologies. I haven't been able to do too many videos because I was preparing one called the Devil's Toolbox, but unfortunately uh, the events, of traveling and stuff, picked up a bug. So I thought it was my iron problem that I have. My mud doesn't process iron, but it ends up to be something else that's familiar. I got the familiar headache and the fatigue. So it looks like I'm coming down to C19 stuff again in the beginning stages of it. So keep me in prayer. I don't feel real good, and I was going to go to our thing at church. We had a meeting at church this morning. I wanted to go to, but I couldn't even drive. So, being by myself and I lost my wife, I don't have nobody around me. So just keep me in prayer. And I'm just giving this video because I look at myself in the camera, my eyes are drooping. I don't look too good, don't feel too good. And so I got some stuff I'm going to try taking as soon as I get off here, and hopefully I'll be on the mend soon. But anyway, it's that familiar stuff. It seems to be a milder case, but the headache, fatigue is a dead giveaway, and get out of breath once in a while for no reason is another thing. That's just typical symptoms. Pray there will be no side effects from this stuff, and that this will just keep me in prayer. Because right now my brain is not working, so it would be stupid of me trying to do a video that I want to do. I'll just make an announcement for it. I'm going to do a video on the Devil's Toolbox. Unfortunately, I was not able to do it. It's going to be part of the occult series because most people do not realize that political ideologies are part of the occult. And we're watching it on a worldwide scale play out. A World War II veteran, about over 100 years old in Great Britain, uh, said that considering all the situation in the UK and falling and how people are running to totalitarianism and embracing uh, um, things that they fought against in World War II, they said all my buddies died in vain, which is sentiment of many World War II veterans here in the United States. Um, might as well let Nazi Germany take over everything and communists to take over everything, and we'd be there already, right? But you have ideologies that are demonic, and it's going to show you how that is. And when you hear our political parties say that they're defending democracy, and you go, how did this guy Madami get elected in New York City? Why would people vote for this stuff? It's because it's the revolution. They don't care how many times communism fails. In their mind, failure is just a learning opportunity to perfect it the next go around until they finally achieve it. Because they view you, the Devil's Toolbox, I'm giving you a little promo on this, is simply man becoming God, creating their own utopia, their version of heaven on earth, enforced by a totalitarian one world leader with his minions and satraps and stuff and governors to control everybody. But the reason why communism and fascism and other totalitarian systems always fail um, is that human sin nature rebels against them. So they are planning and have this system in place where it's in the Bible. It's a mark, and that mark is they have this data systems being built. They have everything in play. They have the technology for it. Just a little more development for supercomputers, and they want to alter what it means to be human, to get rid of your sin nature so you don't rebel against them. And it involves constant beating down of the human psyche. In other words, the beatings will stop until you learn right human relationships. You must give everything to the government who controls you. All you own, they'll take care of you. They're the good guys. The bad guys are individuals who like freedom and prosperity. That's a material world has to be dismantled for this communist, this utopic, fascist idea to fully break forth and have his perfect world. It's pulling down heaven on earth to create hell on earth. And what I mean by that is the devil's pulling his rebellion to earth. So before I go totally brain dead here in a few seconds here, because I'm getting really tired. I hate this stuff. Just keep me in prayers. I want to show you what I mean out of the Bible since I said it. It's in Revelations 12. And when I said this, I'll say it again. I'm just teasing you for the next show. Okay. All right. Revelations 12:4. And the devil drew a third of the stars of heaven, the angels, and threw them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman who was ready to give birth to devour a child soon as was born. And then a war broke out in heaven and his angels, okay? And in verse 9, and so the great dragon was cast out, the serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So the idea is they want to reshape heaven, so they want to pull that rebellious idea upon the earth, which we see play out in the book of Revelation of the Antichrist system. It's political. And one of this toolbox the devil uses is tell Christians you have no business in politics. And there's a lot of things in there that I'm going to be revealing in this next video, but I haven't been able to do it because I'm not feeling real well. So it's just a teaser where we're going on this, and you'll see it. And this is why communism will not work in New York City. It will collapse, but they don't give a rat's rear end because they learn from the mistakes, and it's the revolution. They want activists to create the state of praxis. Praxis is activism in action to bring down the system. They only need 3.7% of the population to flip it into a communist utopia hell. And it doesn't take that many. They have that. They have probably a little more than that now. And people don't understand it. News media doesn't understand this. Churches are largely ignorant of the devices of the enemy. So in the upcoming video that I hopefully will do as soon as I get better, stay tuned, because we're going to be talking about the devil's toolbox. So this is just giving you a little announcement here. Hope you guys can stick around, pray for me. It's kind of hard to even talk right now because it just don't feel good. And so I'll be taking some medication soon for this stuff. Hopefully that'll work and knock this out because I don't know, man. And the C19 stuff is part of the toolbox. Wow. I mean, anything, they really want to teach you right human relationship. This is very esoteric. So I can trace it right back to the esoteric world, right back to the devil himself, his rebellion in heaven that he wants to pull down to earth, and he's in the process of having that war break out in the final battle in 7 years. It will take 7 years to muster his forces. He can do that. He's going to fool humanity that must have revolution to destroy the existing order in society, to bring this new utopia where everybody is a collectivist. Everybody just shares alike. And you own nothing, and they will control you, and you have no rights, no liberty, and they want to alter you so you will not rebel. And they'll have this perfect world. So you'll give all your money to the government. It'll be redistributed. If you're the wrong skin color, then it's tough on you. You have to pay back crimes of humanity you're not guilty of for all your life. That's a mocking of God's judgment. It's a mocking of creating heaven on earth. It's a mocking God's actions and mimicking God. So stay tuned for the Devil's Toolbox. And I'm going to show you where we're at on this. So with that, I'm going to go over a live chat. Boy. All right. Just a bird. Okay. Yeah, I hope I feel better too. Keep me in prayer, folks. Jason writes, I saw somebody wearing a shirt the other day that said communism will work this time. Americans have lost the plot. It won't work. It will never work. Only if they can control the human psyche and brainwash humans to be collectivists. And I'll talk all about that. Yeah. And Jenny Nets says, how about that new mayor in New York? He is a communist. The Democrat socialist, if you go and study the Russian Revolution, the Bolsheviks and the Mensheviks, they had a Duma, a governing uh, center where they had representative leadership or whatever that the Tsar set up to try to, you know, break up the power and give more power back to people to modernize Russia. And so the Duma was democratic socialist. And as Lenin said, um, socialism is just one step into communism. It's the same thing. A democratic socialist is communist party. It's not European, Norway, Swedish, utopic stuff. Their idea of democracy is communism, democratic socialism. You as an individual have no rights. You must give it all to the collective, and you must be brainwashed and beaten into submission and demoralized so you accept this. We're seeing this demonstrated now with the Democrat Party in the United States with this shutdown. The Democrats created it to teach you right human relationships. You must be a socialist. You must agree with them. They are the good guys, and they will inflict as much pain on you out of their Chuck Schumer's own mouth. They want to inflict, as well as other Democrats, they want to inflict as much pain to beat you into submission. And unfortunately, our people in Congress are too ignorant about what's going on. And you over in UK and Australia and other countries, especially the UK, your country, you need to do something about it. And you're not going to get it back. And, well, it's all part of Bible prophecy. So we don't know how things will swing. We'll just pray that for a great revival, basically. So, yeah, Madami is a tri and blue communist. He's speaking like a serpent. I'm going to give you free things. I'm going to give you heaven, free rent, free bus rides, free government grocery stores, and we're going to tax certain color skin. We're going to tax them and the rich while the rich flee. And and also part of the Satan's toolbox is to have these people flee into your states to corrupt it like they did Colorado. And this is praxis. That's all I got to say. How do you fight it? Educate people, pray, get in the Bible, preach, witness, so forth. And this is a true statement. Half of Dearborn, Michigan's police are Muslims. Yeah, and they're Muslims. And the Muslims are wreaking havoc over in the UK too. It's not safe to go out on the streets in many of the cities now. But that's okay. And to top it all off, in the United States and the Western world, all the TikTok people on TikTok, this is part of the devil's toolbox, is saying See, Sydney Sweeney went on there, no wearing no bra or whatever. She had the see-through dress like Marilyn Monroe did, and now back in the 60s they were burning their bras. Now they want to do it again, and they want to shake their thing around there and flaunt their breast, and that is being touted on TikTok as a new rage. And if guys look at your look there, they got the problem. Well, yeah, man, go down to the Muslim community dressed like that and see what happens to you, young ladies. You're being set up. You're being set up. And as I said, this is the story of Iniana. Iniana, in order to get her man, to get her lover, who was a man who she had to take a strip tease to go into the abyss, and then she saw her lover boy messing around, having a great time there, and she spurned him and started the women's rights movement. This is whatever, I'm just paraphrasing. But basically, we're watching the strip tease act. And I want to bring my grandfather's sermon up here sometime. And back in the 1920s, he taught about women wearing skirts above their ankles. Soon it'll be above their knees, and then it'll be mid thigh, and soon it'll be hardly anything at all. And that was prophetic. So I have to read that. It's quite amusing. And but anyway, it's all part of the devil's toolbox. It's a lot there. So stay tuned for that. And Laura, hello, Laura. I'm pretty sure I got the C19 stuff starting again. Kind of feel it. Don't really have a sore throat. It's kind of sore. Got a headache and tiredness and a little breathing trouble. But I'm going to sign off in a few seconds here. Just want to answer a few questions. Give you what I want to do on that. And then I'm going to start doing quite a few videos again. And I got some more traveling to do coming up. If I'm not feeling well, I'll hopefully get better by then. So I should be. And still a ways away. But anyway, I'm so glad that this just keep praying for me. I'm just glad that people pray for me, and this will end, and I can get better real quick after I take the stuff I got for it. But anyway, you guys be blessed, and I'll just check one more time. Yeah. Laura, okay, I'll wait for Laura's response to Jason. How are you doing? And yeah, I'll just share a little bit more. They want to have just submit to them, and it would be as it's not going to be free. It's going to be forced trips to a new type of gulag. You can't use this name gulag or re-education camps anymore. There'll be another thing, maybe DEI training or something, or whatever. Well, what will happen in New York if you guys are in New York City? Since the mayor does have authority over rent controls and stuff, he'll close and get rid of a bunch of landlords, have people in there and the government run them. And if you have one or two, if you're one person, you have 2 rooms in there, you're going to have somebody from another country living in there by force. If you own a house, if you have houses in that area, if you have multiple rooms and they're empty, they're going to take your house because it's Marxism, fascism, they seize the means of production. This is not just economic production, it's the production of human thought. You have to seize the means of economic and kind of get rid of private property to seize the means of human thought, to be collectivist and create this hell on earth. I mean, to them, it's heaven on earth. And there's too many documentations of this. And they will continue this until they burn the system down. This is what the devil's doing. They promise us liberty, but they're slaves of corruption, and they'll burn the house down with them in it. And then it's too late. In the book of Revelations, chapter 18, you have the great merchants of the earth that are involved in this, the great men of the earth, the leaders, the very wealthy. And they'll have an "oh, I see" moment. We messed up. This ain't working. Called the book of Revelation. So, yeah, so that's where they're at. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go, folks. I'm kind of getting wiped out now. So, with that, I want to go ahead and put this on the screen. If you'd like to support me and help me out, please do. I'm not going to talk too much longer because I'm getting a little too tired. With that, you guys be blessed in Jesus' name and hope to catch you. Just know that I'll come back on when I'm feeling better. God bless you all.